Alright, welcome back guys. Yesterday we started a series on soilless farming and I was explaining some of the soilless technique, and one of it happens to be the self-irrigating system nursery. And in this video I will be educating you on how you can construct something like this, and then how you can as well monetize it. But before I continue, don't forget that the purpose of this channel is for education, empowerment and documentation purpose. So that if you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe and click the notification bell button. So let's continue. Now what I have here in my hand, like I showed you guys yesterday, is the oregano that is planted on a self-irrigating system. If you don't know what an oregano is, you can quickly Google it. It's actually a spice that is super healthy. Now, without wasting much of your time, I will be just showing you what you need. Now, what you need to construct a self-irrigating system is actually a PET bottle like this. If you look at it, this is just our normal plastic bottle that is like water bottle, mineral bottle, Pepsi and the likes. All you need to do is cut it into 2 equal half. Now once you cut it into 2 equal half, the lid, that is the blue cover, that is this blue cover that I'm having here, you make sure that you punch a hole at the middle of it. Once you punch a hole at the middle of it, you use your atmakasa wool, that is that black wool that the women use to make their hair. Now once you get those wool, you fold it into multiple folds. You make it into multiple folding and pass it through your lid. Now immediately you pass it through your lid, you make sure that you pass it through the other side of the bottle like this, just the way you are seeing it here in my hand. That is, once the wool passes through this, all you need to do is flip it over into the other half of the bottle. Don't forget, this wool must go through this channel. Now in the practicals we'll be showing more details and more explanation of how you can do this, but I believe even with this short video you can create something. It's a simple technique. Just cut the bottle into 2 equal half, punch the blue lid or the cover of the PET bottle, pass your atmakasa wool through it, then flip it over. The moment immediately you flip it over, you can then fill this other part of the bottle with water. And like I explained in the video, the moment you do something like this, you don't need to keep watering. All you need to do is plant your seed and wait for your seed to germinate. It takes more than 2 weeks sometimes before this water get dry up. The moment it get dry up, you can fill it again. Now, what you'll be using as your medium, don't forget we're talking about soilless farming. What you're going to be using as your medium is going to be a combination of rice husk, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, and boucher, and I will be explaining more about that. See you in the next section. Thank you. Alright, welcome back guys. So as I was saying, the moment you finish constructing your self-irrigating system, before you plant your seed, you need a medium. I believe we all understand that already. And in our preaching of soilless farming, we are going to be leveraging on 2 major things that is going to be holding our plant. Like we mentioned, what our plant needs is a medium that holds it firm and that stands as a medium to supply the nutrients to the roots of our plant so that they can grow well. And to achieve that, we will be using 2 major components, or 3. Now basically what I have here is rice husk. Now rice husk is a waste material of rice production, that is after shelling the rice. So now what this does is it's going to be our first base for our soil preparation. Don't forget, we are producing making available our own soil. We are saying that we don't want to use the conventional soil, and I will explain a little bit why we don't want to use that as well. Now the next thing we will be needing is what is called boucher. And what is called boucher is simply a combination of 2 words, bios and charcoal. Bios simply means life, and charcoal, we all know charcoal, so it's the combination of 2. So before this becomes like this, it has actually gone through a certain process. Now, and what this does to this is, rice husk doesn't have water retention capacity. As you push water through this, the water will get drained, meaning that it will still not be able to retain the nutrients that our plant needs through water. While charcoal or biochar rather, based on the process that it went through, because I'll be doing a further details explanation on this. Based on the process it has gone through, if you use a microscope on this charcoal, it has a big pores of holes that is big enough to absorb as many water as possible. And because of that capacity, we are going to be mixing in all our nursery, in all our bags, like the one we used to grow this tomato. It's a mixture of rice husk and biochar, and these are the two components. Though in the course of it and in the course of the training, we will be teaching you how you can inoculate this, because you have to give it more life so that you can have a lot of microbial activities inside it that are very, very beneficial to your plants. I want you to just take a picture. When you go into the forest, you will see, if you take a very good look at the base of the forest, you see thread, white like thread kind of stuff. Those things are microbial activity. It's actually called mycorrhiza. Those are the things that let your plant access the best of the nutrients that are present in the soil, and that is what we are trying to mimic. So for us to achieve that, there are a couple of things that are involved that we will be teaching you in the one-day practical that we will be coming up with, and that will be announcing on the platform as well. But all this is just to give you a hands-on or a basic understanding of what is necessary and needed to be done when you are mimicking the soil. And guess what? The reason why we are mimicking the soil as much as possible, and especially in this part of the world, is we don't know what goes into the soil already. Most of the time, everybody use chemical base in terms of pesticide, herbicide generally, to treat in terms of weeding off pests, killing unwanted grasses and all that. All those things has residue on the soil that eventually the plants uptake, and all those uptake goes back into our body again. Those things that we are as well using are making the soil lifeless, are killing the microbial activities that are in the soil that makes the soil very useful to the plant. And also a lot of contaminants are in the soil that you are not aware of. And don't forget that in this part of the world, we rarely do soil tests. So all these are the reason why you get best results when you use a soilless medium. And we are trying to make this as affordable as much as possible. Most of the time, we will be showing you how you can do it and get the best result out of it. So without wasting much of your time, I will be seeing you in the next video that I will be talking more about biochar. Thank you.